Welcome to the demonstration of S4 Hana 1709 Embedded Transportation Management 9.5. To enhance material understandings, this demonstration will use a pre-configured scenario, sell from stock and procurement of direct materials. It is a domestic sales operation within California, USA that involves a single carrier and a single customer location determined by zip code. In addition to the scenario only takes into consideration of a single drop distribution plan. To start the process, first log in to the Fury Launchpad with the provided username and password. When logged in, the system will deploy automatically and display the Fury Launchpad home screen. Fury Launchpad is unique, where the home screen can be fully customized according to the user preferences from the user interface, theme design, and configuration of the tiles. Detailed information on the customization can be found within SAP, Fury User Interface, Theme Designer, and within the library document of application implementation for Fury Launchpad. The first step is creating a sales order. Click on Create Sales Order tile on Fury Launchpad home screen to initiate the process. Creating a sales order requires two types of data, order type and organization data. Order type represents the type of order that is to be created, whereas organization data contains information of the sales organization, distribution channel, division responsible for the order, sales office, and finally the sales group. All of these input data are generated by the pre-configuration process among several different systems of SAP. Therefore, pre-configuration of the interacting system is necessary. Input for appropriate data for order type, sales organization, distribution channel, and divisions. For sales office and sales group, we have no input data since this demonstration is based on sell from stock and procurement of direct material. In other words, direct sales operation do not require any administrative work from sales office nor the sales group. After the inputs, please click on Continue after to progress towards the next steps in sales order creation. In the next screen, sold to party and shipped to party needs to be defined. Sold to party refers to the destination information, so the information of the purchaser, whereas shipped to party determines based on already defined Incoterms between the two parties. After defining the involved parties, in the next step, the blocks that prevent delivery and billing are to be removed. Block removal can be done by scrolling down the options and selecting an empty information block. Finally, materials to be shipped requires additional information of quantity and price. First, quantity. To set the quantity, enter the material code of the shipment and define the requested quantity. By allocating the quantity of material code, the system automatically measures the availability of requested stocks and also updates current inventory information within the system. Second, price. This information is to link the system with the future billings that are related with the process. Prices can be determined by double-clicking the order quantity, and the system will guide you to the item data screen to input the price of the product. Price can be set within the Condition tab. Finally, once all the information are entered, press Save to create a sales order. Write down the sales order number provided on the message bar. The next step is creating a delivery order. The delivery order is to plan the delivery for the sales order created. Navigate to Create Delivery Order with Order Reference tile on Fury Launchpad home screen. The reason for creating a delivery order with order reference is due to the sales reference or the sales order that we created in the previous stage. Delivery orders are created with the reference. Start the process by entering shipping point and order number information to create the delivery order. Finalize the step by saving to create the delivery order. The delivery order number is provided on the message bar. The importance of creating a freight unit is to set or manage products into deliverable units. Label these units with additional information, which enables accurate flow of the information within the system and also the flow of the product. To create a freight unit, click on Display Outbound Delivery Input outbound delivery order number gained from the previous step and continue to the next stage. Search for the order number from the delivery list by using the search bar. After the screen displays the overview of the order, click on Transportation Management Status to display the current status of the order. Select the order to be displayed and click on Document Flow to check the current transportation management status of the order. As it displays the freight unit item has been successfully created, write down the freight unit number. The next stage is freight order planning. After creating freight units, the next step is to assign plans to the created freight units. It is this step where single or multi-stage distributions are determined and created. From the Fury Launchpad home screen, navigate to Planning within the top-down menu and search for Freight Unit Worklist tile to assign plans for the freight units. Search for freight unit by using the query option. It is suggested to use the Change Query option for the search, and enter the freight unit number in the document section to search for the correct document. Afterwards, to define the distribution stages, navigate to the Edit function, and within the Edit Freight Unit screen, the distribution stages can be defined with the extra menu. Select Stages function. The delivery date is required to be changed to meet the delivery requirements of the customer. In other words, the date must be later than the pickup issue date. Apply changes to both latest requested and the latest acceptable delivery dates. Finally, to consolidate the orders into a single stage delivery order, click on Freight Document and select Create one per stage delivery option to consolidate the delivery. After the consolidation, the message bar will display Freight Order Truck Created, and Freight Unit Type for outbound are assigned to Freight Order. Save to finalize. The next step is to plan the execution process. From the Fury Launchpad home screen, click on Display Outbound Delivery tile and input the outbound delivery number and display the order of choice. Continue further by navigating to the transportation management status of the assigned process. Now the order is displayed automatically. Select the order of choice and continue on to the document flow to check the freight order document number of the specified order. The next step is carrier selection. To select carriers for the order, navigate from the Fury Launchpad home screen and click on Freight Order Worklist tile under Order Management menu. Select the appropriate order and click on Edit to define the freight order truck. Despite the two tendering methods, broadcasted and peer-to-peer, only peer-to-peer based tendering option will be used to explain the process. Finally, the means of transport requires to be defined. For this demonstration, the means of transport is determined as trucks. The next step is selecting carriers for the order. Two types of carriers are required to be selected: the potential carrier and the carriers for the execution. This demonstration has already preloaded the information regarding the carriers for the order. For the demonstration, potential carriers and carriers for execution are identical. Finalize the phase by saving. The message bar will display data saved successfully and charge calculation completed. After determining the carriers, the created information is to be sent to the carriers. This can be done by entering the main subcontracting menu and clicking on Send to Carrier option. The screen displays a warning stating the system is not integrated with the carrier system. However, since this is a demonstration, to show the process of transportation management, the systems are not integrated. When the systems are integrated, no warnings are shown. Now, assuming that the carrier has accepted the plan, the carrier status requires to be changed to Confirmed by Carrier. This can be done by Subcontracting tab and by clicking on Set to Confirm by Carrier. To confirm change, click on Status to check the confirmation status of the subcontracting information. The next step is creating loading instructions. Once the status is confirmed, loading instructions for the freight requires to be created. This can be done by selecting the Notes tab and clicking on Insert to create a new note. Determine the type of information, for example, text or numerical values, and specify the information that is to be transferred, such as loading instructions. Now the loading plan status needs to be executed. To initiate the execution status, the status has to be changed, set to ready for execution. The message bar will display ready for execution check, completed without error, and execution status set to ready for transportation. Finalize the step by saving. After the statuses are changed, now it is required for the shipping manifest to be sent. Click on Statuses from previous screen and enter Edit Freight Order Truck Worksheet, and navigate to Output Management and click on Shipping Manifest to send out the manifest. Next steps from 10 to 14 involves the movement of the order within the supply chain. In this scenario, from the source to destination, which involves loading, goods issued, arriving, and unloading. The stages would be conducted in different locations, but for demonstration purposes, the entire process is shown as an example. The next step is Set Load Plan to Planned. To change the planning status to Planned, use the Expansion tab to navigate to the Status tab and select Load Plan to Change. The status can be checked on the Status tab of the freight order. Now the execution status has changed to ready for transportation execution. In addition, the crossover check status also has been approved. The next stage is to change the load plan to finalized. Change status to load plan to finalized, indicating that the load plan has been finalized and is ready for execution. Save to finish the step. The following step is to set the plan to finalized. Change status to set load plan to finalized, indicating that the load plan has been finalized and is ready for execution. Save to finish the step. The next step is set to load. After finalizing the load plan, now we need to assign the system to actually load the order. Go to Fiori home screen and select Order Management menu and enter the Freight Order Work List tile. Select appropriate order and click Edit to move on to Edit Freight Order Truck Worksheet. In order to change the status, click on the Expansion tab and navigate to the status to change the execution status to Set to Load. The system will then notify on the message bar that event loading end is reported. To finalize the step, click Save. The next step is posting good issue. After loading has been completed, now we need to post within the system that the goods have been issued. Hence, we need to change the outbound delivery status. From the Fiori home screen, go to Change Outbound Delivery tab and input outbound delivery order number, and navigate to the Select Post Good Issues on the menu. To check if the good issue was correctly reported, return to the Change Outbound Delivery and navigate to Overview. Within the Overview, navigate and select Status Overview tab menu. The green box with the C indicates that the good issues process was conducted correctly. After the good issue has been completed, now we need to change the status of the order. Navigate to Freight Order Work List tile from the Fiori home screen. Select the freight order number that is to be changed. To change the current execution status, navigate to Edit Freight Order by using the Edit tab. To change the status, navigate to the Expansion tab to change execution status. Change the current execution setting to Set to Departed to report within the system. To finalize status changes, click on Save to finish the step. Now, assuming the departed materials arrived, The status has to change in accordance. Navigate to Edit Freight Order and use the Expansion tab to change the execution status. Change the execution status to Arrived and click on Save to finish the step. This process is similar with the previous process that was mentioned. The following process would be to unload the material from the arrived truck. Similar with the previous steps, go to Edit Freight Order and use the Expansion tab to change the execution status. Change the current execution setting to Set to Unload and click on Save to finish the step. The next step is calculating the charges. After finalizing freight order planning and execution, the fee related with the order needs to be reported. From the Fury home screen, navigate to Settlement and select Freight Orders for Settlement. Save all to create freight order settlement document, and before further processing, the confirmation status requires to be checked. Therefore, go to Edit to check the confirmation status. It can be seen that the confirmation status has been changed to Confirmed. Now move on to the Extension tab to check and calculate the charges. Click on Check button and the message bar will display Freight Settlement Document is consistent, and also the cost distribution will be triggered by the system. Next, click on Post to create Purchase Order and Service Entry Sheet. Afterwards, click on Status to check the document details related to the post. The message bar states that the charges calculations are completed.